The first thing you need is a cup of torn paper. If you'd like to put a special mix in your paper, you can come up here to the front table. I have a lot of different flower things, a few leaf skeletons, some bits of screen that are cut up. You could cut those, you can use the scissors and cut those into a different shape if you want. There's some cotton rag fiber, a cone of pulp. You could use a little of those to add some of the flecks into the paper. I also have some flakes and some stars. So you get a pinch of this is what you get. Get one of these little papers, put a pinch of whatever you have on here, and you can hold this and take it with you to the pour station. So the first thing, I have my mold in here, and I'm going to pour my pulp into the mold. And I'm going to use my fingers to wiggle it around until it fills. You can see it's filled up all those spaces. Now, if you have something fancy that you're going to put in, this is the part where you're going to sprinkle it on. And then I'm going to slowly pull it up. So pulling it up nice and steady. And letting that come out. Okay. Now I'm going to put it directly across from me on this metal tray. And I'm going to come over here to this side. That way another person behind you can get in line. And you're going to pull off the green straps. Pull up the mold. Set it here for the next person. Set this support thing for the next person. And put on a screen. You're going to take a sponge, and what you're trying to do at this point is to squeeze out all the extra water. And it might even be better, some of the trays, like the white ones that I have, are really good for the water not getting back on it, but this one's just going right back to me. So actually I'm going to try this on here and see how this works. You want to keep squeezing, and if nobody's here, you can squeeze it straight back into the bucket, or if people are using that, you can just squeeze it into the tray. But I think this is working just fine to use it, leave it on top of there. Okay, so at this point, you're going to slowly peel up this screen. Look how pretty that looks. Even though I made a bunch of mistakes, it still turned out fine. And now I'm going to come over to this middle table. Okay, so you're going to come over here. The first thing you need to do is write your name on here. And put that on your paper. It peels off later, so it's not a big deal. This little sheet, it's thick. It's called a couch sheet. It's spelled like couch. It's kind of funny though. It's called a couch sheet. And you're gonna press it onto here. And then you're gonna flip it. And you're gonna carefully start at one corner, or wherever it will come off, and slowly peel it off. If you kind of keep an eye on it, you can keep it from ripping. And then you're going to put your second couch sheet on it. And what we're going to do with these little sandwiches is we are going to put them in the press and press them down. So for now, though, I'm just going to take this over here and load it on top of the press. And then after we get a good stack, we'll take out this class's stuff and put your class's stuff in. So after you've gotten to this point, where actually this is going to be in my way. If you're going to paint with pulp, you need to have a dry cookie sheet. So I have this, and I have my screen. Before I put my screen onto the green pulp, I'm going to take a turkey baster of pulp and hope. So how this should work is you squeeze it, put it into the liquid, and it should easily get in there. All right, so now I have some pulp in my turkey baster, and I'm gonna paint with it onto the screen. You could be more precise. You could try putting lines, you could try putting a letter, you could try drawing something or whatever. I think though you really don't want to put letters because what will happen to it?
Because it gets messed.
I'm pretty sure it'll be backwards.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe not.
Why did it spell backwards?
Backwards letters.
Okay. So now you're going to take it and put it on top of your paper. And who remembers what's the next step?
Sponge the water out.
Yes.
Sponge.
So the object of this is, right, you're going to get the water out, And you want to keep doing this until whenever you go to squeeze it, you're not really getting any more water out.
What does Pulp do? Like print on it?
Yeah, so when you're squeezing with the turkey baster onto the screen, it's like adding another layer that you can control on top of the first layer of pulp. Okay. So now you're gonna peel this off, see that? Pretty cool, huh?